It's a little bit colder today. It's 50 degrees, but it feels more cold because of the wind right now. But thankfully we're back in the woods, so hopefully that'll cut down a lot of the wind. But if you guys have been enjoying these videos and everything, I love the way y'all comment and say that and let me know. Makes me really happy. Make sure you guys subscribe and like the videos. Obviously that helps it get promoted, and YouTube decides to show it to people when there's activity on it and stuff like that. So that always helps out. But we're gonna see how we can shoot today. I got a couple new discs I'm gonna be throwing, so I'm excited about that. There were some people, there was like a group of 4 on hole 1, so I'm gonna go ahead and just hop over to hole 10, start on the back 9, and see how we can play today. So one of the new discs that I got is the Core by Latitude 64. It's a speed 6, glide 5, turn negative 0.5 and fade 1. So a very like straight flying mid-range. I didn't really have a mid-range that I liked, and so we're gonna throw this one, see if we can turn it over. You guys know where the basket is. It's a sharp right and then it's down to the left, so we'll see what we can do. Keep turning. So that pretty much went straight. I didn't give it enough turn on it, so it ended up going back over to the left, but we'll still have a look from there. All right, that works. We'll be looking at par. Par. So I'm throwing a new putter. It's the Marshall. It's a soft Marshall. I like it so far, but I'm also straddle putting now. I've always felt more comfortable doing that, but most of the people I watched didn't straddle putt. But obviously there are some, like Nico LaCastro and some other guys that I've seen on the tour, and I've always felt more comfortable with that. So I think I'm gonna try and practice it, get better at it. This is a par 3. We're looking to birdie it for sure. Yep. Oh, you died. Man, if that had skipped, it would have been perfect. Right under the basket. So I hit this root right here. If I had landed 2 feet earlier, with the angle that it had, it probably would have skipped up to within about 15 feet or so. But we hit a root, so we'll end up with a par. So recently I read a comment that said, Molt, you're bending over too much. You need to get a taller tripod. I'm 6'2", so first of all, that'd be a pretty tall tripod in order for me to not have to bend over too much. And the angle at which I film, it's good to be lower just because you get everything, but I appreciate you worrying about me bending over and whatnot and keeping my back good. But yeah, I appreciate all y'all's comments about recording and things that you might like to see more, things you might want to see less, whatever. I'm definitely enjoying it. I really want to learn how to do the follow flight thing, but obviously I would need a camera down by the basket as well, and that's just going to take too much time at this point, but maybe eventually, All right, so I got a couple new discs. One of them is the Westside Discs Stag. I'm going to try teeing off with that here and see how we can do. As long as I can keep it in the middle, we'll be looking at a birdie. Get off. It went straight. I just threw it way too low. But from there, we definitely have an approach at the basket. All right, we should be looking at a birdie from there. All right, 1 under. All right, 285-foot par 3. I'm just going to throw the judge down there and try and settle it by the basket. yeah, I think that's parked. There we go. I'm getting better at throwing the disc, you know, not just trying to make it there. Because a lot of times when you try and just make it there, because you don't want to miss and go far, you'll hit the rim, you'll have it come up short. You got to give it some power and make sure that it hits those chains and then settles down. All right, so we're 3 down now. There's a group of 3 guys in front of me that are still just playing. I don't know if they haven't seen me or not. But since I started on the back 9, they're probably going to be done in just a little bit, and then I'm going to work my way to the front 9. But I just practiced a little bit of putting right there as I was waiting. This is another par 3 or 4, depending on what I play it. We might try and go for the 3 and try and lay it up there, but you guys will know in just a second. All right, so I'm going to throw 2 drives on this. I just got this Fusion Deputy, so it's a putter, but with a lot better plastic. It's the turn -1.5 fade 0, so it anhydrous really well. We're gonna see if we can lay this down next to the basket. It held that line pretty well that I threw it on, but I didn't throw it on the right line. So now I'm gonna throw my Felon, see if we can get closer. Oh, it's too high. That hit something hard. So they both went about the same distance. If I had thrown the Deputy a little bit more with an anhyzer, then we would have been closer to the basket. But we're gonna go up to the par 4 basket with a quick sidearm from the Felon. Oh no. Oh, that didn't work. Goodness gracious, what am I doing? All right, even par. On this hole, we're still 3 down. All right, par 3, I'm gonna throw the trespass. It's like 350 or so. Down there, it's uphill and then down, so it's maybe like 315, somewhere around there. I've parked this next to the basket before, so we're gonna try and do the same thing here. Yeah. Ooh. All right, that looks good. It might have come a little bit too far left, but it looks good. Oh, come on. Dang, that was such a good run. I was gonna be for birdie. We'll just end up with a par. All right, pretty long par 3. I'm gonna throw my new disc, the Stag. It's a speed of 8, glide of 6, turn of 0, fade of 3. But I feel like the turn and fade might be a little off because I feel like it flies really, really straight. And maybe that has something to do with the glide. I'm not sure, but I can turn this over as well. So we're gonna try and throw this straight out there. It feels really good. I've only thrown it a couple of times, but it feels like I've been throwing it for forever. I love it. So we'll see how we do with it. Yeah, that flew really well. I didn't release it flat like I wanted to, so it went really wide out right and just hyzered back, but it's in a great spot. So I've got a question for you guys. Do you want to watch games or rounds where I play bad as well. Like if I shoot +4 or something, because we all have our bad days. We even see that with people like Paul Macbeth and how he played at the USDGC. Like obviously he's the best player in the world, and he even has an off day, just like we all do. So there are going to be some times where I go out and film and I might be frustrated because I don't play well. But if you guys want to see those, then I would still love to post those as well. So just let me know down below. All right, that's parked, so that'll be par, and we're still at -3. All right, so this is another hole that we can definitely birdie. I'm gonna throw my escape out to the right and just throw it on a hyzer, have it end up in the middle, and then hopefully we can approach to the basket so that we can get down to 4 under. Oh no. Wow, that thing had eyes on it because that went deep in the woods. All right, so there's a pretty risky route right here through the woods, you guys can see. I've never taken it before, but I'm gonna try to just to figure out another path on this hole. Oh yeah. We made it through. Come on. That's a good birdie, y'all. That's a good birdie. All right, so another one of the new discs I got is the Core, and it's a 0.5, or it's a 0.5 turn fade 1, so it's super stable. I'm gonna try and throw it straight out there and have it just end up by the basket. As long as I can release it straight, I think we'll be good. Oh, that was lucky. I didn't release it straight. I put it on too much of a hyzer. The wind grabbed that one, so we'll be at par, which will have us through the back 9 at 4 under. All right, so not a bad drive there. I'm getting used to that stag. It's like, it can be really stable if you throw it on a hyzer, but if you release it like on a fast anhyzer, it'll go pretty right, even if it's just a little bit of anhyzer. So that one I gave a little bit of anhyzer and it held it okay. It ended up hitting the branches and sitting right out here in the middle, so it's actually the perfect spot to be. All right, we should be putting from there. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, I didn't even hit the chains. What in the world was I just doing? Oh, we're still 4 under. Par 3, dog leg right. I'm gonna just flick my felon out there. If I release it flat, then I generally end up in a pretty good spot. All right. All right, we might be a little bit far from the basket, but the Marshall's been working really well for me today. A little bit low on that one. All right, still 4 under. Okay chance at birdie on this one. Probably 50% of the time I'll get one. Just gonna throw my trespass out there. If we get it to the middle of the fairway, then we should be looking at a good approach. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh, there goes the birdie. Oh, I made a run at it. All right, so we're still 4 under. All right, par 3, I'm gonna try throwing my core from ladder 264. See if we can release it straight, and it should end up left down by the basket. Oh, that's low. Had a great skip on it, but it was really low. Do it. Oh. All right, so that'll be a par. All right, so we're still 4 under. I'm gonna try and throw the stag on this one and just give it a little bit of anhyzer and throw it down the left side and see if we can have it land down by the basket. Oh my goodness. It was literally gonna be perfect. All right, I went a little bit past the basket, but that's just to be a par. All right, still 4 under. All right. Par 3 here. We're just gonna try and get around the corner and get it close to the basket. Get around. Oh, that's in the woods. I'm not releasing my sidearm well today. I'm letting it go at an angle, and so it's starting off on a hyzer, which is not what I want. So we got a 4 on that one, and I went back and checked, and it actually was a par 4. I was used to it being, I don't know why I thought it was a par 3, but it was a par 4. So we ended up even there. I was actually really stressed about that because we ended up in the woods on the right side, and so we could have gotten a birdie there, but obviously we didn't. Now we're moving on to this hole, and we've got a shot at a pretty easy birdie here as well. Oh yeah, that was good. So at this point I've probably played this course 10 times, but I haven't seen all the pin positions. So they still confuse me a little bit sometimes because some of the tee pads aren't in use, some of them are, some of the baskets are in certain places, some of them aren't. So I'm still trying to figure out that sort of stuff, which is why I got confused on that last one and went back and checked. But this one is definitely a par 3. And we got about a 20-foot putt to get us down to 5 under. That was close, but we got it. 5 under. Par 3. You're gonna just try and get up there close to the basket with the core. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, that's 6 under. All right, normally I would sidearm this, put it on an Anheuser sidearm, but I'm gonna throw the deputy and see if we can get it close to the basket. Oh yeah. That's really nice. There we go. What's that, 7 under? All right, so I'm pretty sure that's 7 under. Didn't have too many bad holes. Definitely missed a couple of birdie opportunities. But I really like the Marshall, and I'm really liking straddle putting. I'm getting a basket soon, and once I get delivered, then I'm just gonna practice committing to my putts, because that's easily, guys, that's one of the biggest things that will change your score, undoubtedly, is committing to your putts, having a very specific thing that you do every time, because then when you do it, it feels natural. But as you change what you do, you lose confidence in your head. You're like, I don't know, this doesn't feel right. And so I'm trying to find my routine. You'll see pros do this as well, where they go through the exact same thing every time. And that's definitely something that will help you be better, help you get better scores, etc. And that's something that I'm working on as well. But 7 under today isn't too bad. We've shot that before. Yeah, I'm excited to get my basket and get going. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like down below. Share it with your friends and your family, everybody you know that plays disc golf. And see you guys later.